1 month down, and what a month it was. I'm Scott Hansen. Here's your Week 4 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Some big games to get to. We'll start in the Steel City. The Steelers at home to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's a big play by the Bengals defense. They force the errant throw, it's picked off, and they've got room, they've got blockers, and no one's gonna get him. Touchdown. The Bengals have won 2 straight since the Week 2 loss. They go to 3-1 with the victory. From there, why don't we go to South Philly? Look in on the Eagles at home to take on Washington. And it's A.J. Brown. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns hosting the Denver Broncos. And this is the Browns wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Browns are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. So that'll do it for us. 1 month of the season is in the books, and it will only get better from here. Until next week, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, caught at the 26. At their own 26-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this group. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
here we go.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Houston.
Here we go.
They'll try to run forward with Davis. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On the quick, right? 18. That's it.
Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
3rd and goal. Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Take Dell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks, nothing.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Oh, good move. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
At their own 39-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry here for Kenneth Walker to 3rd. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Well, they'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. You look at the defense for these Texans. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. The Seahawks at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. They can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. Now it's Darnold. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Henry Toto there to bring him down defensively.
A 7-yard loss.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Back to throw, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 45 yards. And the Texans take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Complete to Smith-Njigba. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Noel. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will be stuffed at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here we go. And the Texans first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
All right.
And Stroud now to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Again, it's Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, 55 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
17. Seahawks 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3.
Not one that I've ever met.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Okay, break.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Ready.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's Darnold. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Darnold. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Here's Stroud. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop them with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Stroud. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Out right to Smith and Jigba. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's over the middle, taken in by Horton. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's complete right side to Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
4 more yards.
Call that a...
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going. There should be some gaps to run through now.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as they'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
47-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Walker has it. The 20. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Side.
Darnold from the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Now Darnold on third and goal. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got it. In the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. An extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Seahawks 14.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Tackled by the quarterback, Derek Stingley.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Off of play action, Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Seahawks have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front. Now the extra point. it's up and good to make it 21-17. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, finally, to me, it's all about how you respond. It's not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover, too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens, if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Here we go. 118. That's it.
Stroud out of the gun here. On a slant, here's Collins. And the Texans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Texans first down. First and goal. At the
Throwing now is Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Here goes Stroud again. Now he's going to step up and run. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
touchdown, Houston.
Dalton Schultz from a yard out. And the Texans have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Next the score, Texans 24, Seahawks 21.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll fight through one tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
That one good
yards.
for 14 and a Seahawk first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
A gain of 39
How about
yards.
a take it.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And they work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Final minute now of the third quarter. To throw is Darnold. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
A good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Sometimes offense, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Brandon, one thing about blitzes, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The middle is taken in by Dell. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Take Dell with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
31. Seahawks 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Dances by him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to throw, Darnold. Open there, he's got his tag in, Elijah Arroyo. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
He'll try to pick it up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Azeez Al-Shaair able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard
Well, partner,
line.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Pretty good effort there on 1st down. You know he wanted to get in that end zone.
Oh, he showed it by that dive, trying to reach for the pylon, and now he's going to come back on 2nd down. Don't tap out. Don't take yourself.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Third down and goal coming up here. Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And his kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Dell. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd down.
Oh, hey.
It's Davis on the counter. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15.
14-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Thrown back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To Inigo Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home